Because it's always right around
Here,
upstairs in my
I would know, you know what I mean? Doesn't make
Because your
sense?
voice is new, she might not hear.
Yeah, but like if it's not you and I hear a guy, I know it's Casey.
That's right.
Gotcha.
As soon as we
I
approve the
gotcha.
meeting schedule, I just put it
And it is
on my
6, and
calendar.
Julie's not coming.
I just did that.
Julie is not coming.
It's all day that.
I remember distinctly that conversation.
So I have 6, so we will call the reorganization meeting of July 6th to order. Everyone's ready? Please rise for the pledge.
We have to do this.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Fowles, are you trying to trip me up?
How are you tonight? Good.
Okay, now, if I could go right into getting an motion to appoint me the temporary district clerk, please.
Second.
Thank you. Michael's on minutes, perfect. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions? Well, thank you. All right, the first task would be to welcome our new board members, Eddie and Amy, and as well as returning Aaron, yay. And I set in front of you your oaths. If you don't mind, I'll just read it all at once. And so for the 3 of you, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education member according to the best of my ability. So for you 3, if you agree, if you will sign, and then you can pass them back to me, that'd be great.
When do they do their interpretive dance?
They can do it right now.
That's part of the break.
For everybody's
That's on the music.
I never do one. That's for everybody else's safety.
I have to ask every year. One of the years, somebody's gonna take me up on it.
Exactly.
First order of business went well, thank you. All right, next, we will open the floor for nominations for president of the Board of Education for the Homer School District. Can I get a motion for president?
I nominate Sonia Acker.
Second.
Okay, is there any other nominations? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions? Perfect, well, Sonia, congratulations. And I'm just gonna walk you right over this. Right to you, standing over you if you don't mind. You will sign there. So, Sonia, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board President according to the best of my ability.
I do so swear.
Wonderful. Thank you, and congratulations.
That's actually motion underneath there, let's just call it good.
Oh, yeah, no, we should close it. So let's close the nominations for president now that it's over.
Close.
And she signed it.
So,
Luke and Chuck.
motion to close.
Perfect. We did our little motions, yes. Okay, all right, and Sonia, if you want to take over.
At this time, if we could entertain nominations for the office of the vice president.
I nominate Aaron.
Second.
Are there other nominations? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That is also closed. You need a motion to close. We have a motion to close the nominations for vice president?
Motion to close.
You have a second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, you two switch seats.
I think we're getting
Won't switch. Just switch nameplates, it'll be more.
It was very, I was told the nameplates are specifically placed.
We can switch them next meeting.
I always come in and look for where my nameplate is and sit there.
That's right. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, sorry.
That's still you, right?
Yes, I'll bring it right down, read it right over if you don't mind. You threw me off, you two switching tasks.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
You get a second one. There you go. So Aaron, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board Vice President according to the best of my ability. You agree, sign there, and then I will sign it later. Congratulations and welcome. Perfect.
Thanks, Luke, for what you did last year.
You're welcome.
For sure.
Thanks for Aaron for stepping up.
Okay, I believe we can move all of the standard resolutions as a whole.
Yes.
So if I could please have a motion to approve our standard resolutions.
So move.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, quick comment on
Yeah.
item 11N, which is the attorneys and the auditors and such. I'm good with all the list. I think they've given us good service, but probably occasionally we should think about whether we want to turn those over or not.
Yeah, Mike and I, we look in every 3 to 5 years and take a look. So 2017, we went out for audit, 2018 for our banking and for legal. And then in 2020, or when I first took the job, if you remember, we met with the construction managers and the architects because I wasn't 100% convinced that they were giving us all their attention. And we had those meetings at the time. And then we talked again in 2020, Mike and I, to make sure that we were comfortable that we were getting the service that we wanted to get and felt we deserved. And at that point, we agreed that we would. But it is good to look at it on a regular basis to identify if we're getting the bang for our buck. And I'll say personally, I work most closely with, architects and construction managers, yes, but our legal team, our Harris Beach team is particularly strong, I think, and I've enjoyed working with them. And the transition from Ed Trevette to Howard Goldsmith has gone even better than I would have hoped. Howard had been working with us mostly in the special ed area, but now along with Steve Carling, who we worked with through that last personnel issue that we talked about, very responsive, very, very, well-prepared, intelligent, easy to talk to folks. So, yeah, so right now, I think we're more than comfortable with all of the list there.
And I think the last time that we discussed it and we're looking at it, we were in the midst of a project, and we had some legal issues going on. It made sense for us to hang on to people who had the historical purview of what we were engaged in. So if we think that we would like to explore other options, this would be probably a better time to do it than the last time we looked at it.
Yeah. And same with the auditors. Like I said, I'm good with the list, but that's one you might want to change up every half a decade or so, just to have some fresh eyeballs on the books,
And they've represented the district for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Additional questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? And we adjourned this
So,
meeting, right?
yes, you close
Please
this
have
one.
a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, opposed?
I think Casey second, did you get second?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See everybody in 5 minutes.
Okay, second.
Right, if we could call our regular meeting on July 6th to order. And we do not need to pledge, right?
Correct.
So we clarified that last time. I could have a motion to approve our minutes regular meeting on June 28th.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments regarding the minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? I have no comments or updates to tonight's agenda.
The only comment that I have is I wanted to, again, welcome Amy and Eddie. Had an opportunity to talk with both of them individually over the last couple of days and spent some time getting to know them a little bit better and sharing some of the topics that Aaron and I had mentioned to you as part of our mentoring program. Julie has agreed to mentor Amy. Luke Marinas has agreed to mentor Eddie. And I'll just put each of them in contact with you, and you can work out the regularity that you'd like to meet, what format you want to use. Be happy to help in any way I can. But hopefully that will, as I mentioned to you when I talked to you earlier, I hope that helps the transition to the board, even more smooth than we otherwise would have had. And as I mentioned again earlier too, if there's ever anything that you have a question about, and you can always call me, and I know the other board members feel the same, but this would give you a primary contact, and hopefully that'll work well for everyone. So, thank you and welcome.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, yes, right. And then the only other thing I wanted to remind folks is that our retreat is next Tuesday, starts at 8 o'clock at the Aurora Inn. We'll have a more formal agenda for you, but look forward to that conversation and planning for 22, 23.
8 a.m. start, you said?
8 a.m., yep.
Mr. Superintendent?
Yep.
If I could please have a motion to approve the warrants and claims auditors report.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? For your purview, there's an investment summary and a budget status report. If I could please have a motion to approve the disposal of items, and that's all three areas, right?
Mhm.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? A motion to approve the 22-23 OCM BOCES contract for services.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Michael, is there anything in there that the board should be aware of? It's a
No, it's
dramatic
standard,
change.
standard fare, not any big changes to any one area. The capital and the administrative clerical stayed relatively stable going into this year. I know in the past that's been something we've been keeping an eye on.
And for the two new board members, these are services provided to the district by BOCES. We contract with BOCES to provide these services for our kids and for our district.
Additional questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? And invite all the community voices wishing to be heard. If I could please have a motion to approve personnel. So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments regarding personnel? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Board member activities? In the week since we last met? All been very active. I've been hanging out with my mom.
In case everyone hasn't heard, I'm no longer on the BOCES board. I've been replaced by a member from the Cortland City School Board, Christine Gregory, is now the rep for Homer/Cortland. So if we need any info, we can get it from Christine.
So that's always a joint, it's either or?
Yes, in fact, that's all just a gentleman's agreement from the whole BOCES. They divide it up by district, so each area can be represented. They've honored that for the last several decades anyways. So yeah, and they kept that same agreement that Homer and Cortland share a seat.
Luke, would it make sense for that rep to visit our meeting on occasion?
Sure.
For an update?
Yeah, can we talk to them?
Do other schools share seats?
Yes, yeah, the big schools have their own, but all the smaller ones, some represent 4 or 5 districts. You know, the writers of the world.
Cortland County Fair's started today. A lot of Homer students down there with animals, projects. A lot of the general public doesn't realize there's a lot of these students, Homer students, not just Homer but Cortland, but they take their projects that they did throughout the school year and they submit them in to the county fair. And a lot of these projects that our teachers help them with, whether it's art or any type of project.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many of these projects actually go on to the state fair. It's pretty cool to see. So. Or if you want to just come down and see some cows and pigs, there's plenty of them down here. So.
Got some great weather for it by the looks of it. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of too
Maybe a
hot.
little hot, yeah.
It's a little too hot, yeah. but we're not all sitting around in rows out in the middle of it.
I have heard from a few folks about that, yeah. Although you can, I don't think we returned the robes yet, if you wanna grab one, we'll look into it.
One of my daughter's fellow classmates' parents came up to me down at this past week, and there was another show, and I had my hat on, he came up, took my hat off, it was, yep, you still got a tan now from the bald head. I thought at least thanks to Aaron, I stopped the sunburn, so. it was good.
Additional activities? Oh, sorry.
No, just still busy. I mean, lacrosse never ends.
You're just getting started.
Yeah, you've got
no idea.
a lot more. in
Neither
front
does
of you.
baseball, just never ends.
That's when they're 22.
And now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they're going
There's a
great.
5th and 6th year now.
It's COVID. Never
Please
ends.
don't put lacrosse as low as baseball.
I
did have
Okay,
catch-
see?
We're,
Well, I was
God.
gonna- I was gonna
Amy, you
have-
might be in the middle of something here.
I was gonna have a slam on how you didn't mention the horses at the fair, but,
I'm not allowed to mention the horse.
so we'll be
Something
there
may
for that.
happen to me if I mention that.
Is this where I need to threaten to hit the other button?
So, yeah, no, we're still, that's why I showed up last night for this, because
Oh, you did?
so many things that are going on, that, yeah, I thought, okay, Tuesday, I got at least.
Better to be
at least
early than
know.
late, I suppose.
Good meeting, was it?
Well, first I was like, oh my God, is it at 6:30? Did I read something wrong? No, I just had the wrong day. It's okay, okay. This was gonna be my one night of nothing, and now I'm
see.
here.
We'll just expect
Pretty close.
turn out. Make sure you get your seat.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
All right, upcoming events, superintendent.
The only thing I already mentioned it, so I won't mention it again, just retreat next week.
Who attends that, other than us?
So we'll have, the members of the administrative team there, we'll have Homer Teacher Association reps, I think we have 8 this year that are gonna be attending, and then obviously any member of the board that's able to attend. So nice group. We usually end up with between 30 and 40 people, is usually.
It's the first day of a 2-day for the.
That's right, yep, and on day 2, the administrative team meets and really begins to dig our teeth into what it is that we discussed the day before and start to make some concrete plans. Say again, sink your teeth, yeah, roll up your sleeves.
Stop it.
See what I believe.
He said it, not me.
All right, if we could please have a motion
So
to adjourn.
Somewhere else?
There we go.
And all those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Somebody wants to stay, kids wants the house.
She's
Just
alone
be
with
here
the
for
dog.
Wi-Fi.
She's probably watching her daughter.
They had apples for Bill.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Mom.
It's the top, it's the top
like,
box.
making sure that.
Not the front one,
Right?
the one behind it.
So, I have a question, but it's just because I don't understand something.
Yes.
So with the OCM BOCES as 7 contact for service, does BOCES purchase the license for the software that's like listed?
Yes.
Because I was like, see the amount of money that we pay for
I told him about
communication
that. Oh, Chuck
platform?
told me we're supposed to.
What he
Oh,
said.
yeah, we need to get our people
Like, you know.
Yeah.
to understand how to use that.
Well, and the nice thing, you buy it in cooperative, so the initial price
Oh, yeah, I
is,
probably
will
should.
annotate
I got you.
that you receive aid on the services that BOCES